This is Fiona, and welcome to the Therapist Session personal video. Tragedy in literature describes a series of misfortunes in the lives of the main characters that leads to their downfall because of the tragic flaws. In the literature Othello, Frankenstein, and Death of a Salesman, each of the three characters, Iago, Dr. Victor Frankenstein, and Beef Lowman have fatal flaws. This video will use question and answer format to diagnose the mental illness of the three main characters. How is Iago a villain in William Shakespeare's play Othello? Iago has the love for evil. He manipulates everyone around him, and he tells fancy stories in order to trap people into believing in him. He sees others' greatest vulnerabilities and calls their destruction. At the beginning, Iago is jealous about Cassio, announced as lieutenant, the position that Iago thinks only he deserves. This issue triggers him to further cause other people into trouble. Iago encourages Cassio into drinking alcohol, which makes him reduce vigilance towards him. Iago then implies to Othello that his wife Desdemona is having an affair with Cassio, and he makes his implication sound hesitant so that Othello is more inclined into believing in him. He then manipulates Roderigo, noticing that what in him is just a desire to have Desdemona at all costs. He convinces Roderigo that he can use his money to buy Desdemona, who was legally married, and eventually Iago calls him into agree for killing a stranger for love. In Mary Shelley's novel Frankenstein, what is Victor Frankenstein's weakness, and how is he affected by it? Victor's main flaw is ambitious and self-centered. He brings glory to himself through his scientific achievements and determines to challenge the limits of human knowledge, to go above and beyond natural laws. However, Victor fails to consider the consequences of his action, because he is blinded by the dreams of glory. So while Victor brings the monster to life, he is unable to fulfill the responsibility the creator needs to have for his creation. Also, Victor's selfishness causes him to only consider about himself, and it was too late when he realized his mistake because his family and friends got killed. In Arthur Miller's play Death of a Salesman, how is Biff Lowman's mental illness described? Biff Lowman's excessive pride makes him cocky and reluctant to take orders from anybody. Biff is influenced by his father, Willie Lowman, who spent all of Biff's life telling him not to worry about any consequences. He will be successful as long as he is well liked. However, none of what Willie said is true because he himself is living in a web of his own lies. Biff realized the mistakes in the end, and he ended up paying for his false perception of self-worth. During his senior year in high school, Biff, overflowing with pride, failed math while putting his future in jeopardy. When he went to see Willie, he saw him having an affair with another woman, and this ruined his perception of his father and also his confidence. During Biff's investigation, he came to realize that the Lowman family has lots of hidden lies and that Willie is not one of the best salesmen, but in fact, he is only a shipping clerk. Biff starts to question that things he believed in the past is no longer true.